Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Niara Alexis, and today, like the title says, I'm gonna be going through with you. And today, like the title says, I'm gonna be going over with you all of my relaxed hair do's and don'ts for the winter. First of all, I do just want to say I did do this cute little half up, half down situation. I'm really into them lately. It is Thursday, so it's almost wash day for me. I wash my hair on Fridays or Saturday. So I always like to film a little hairstyle. If you guys are not following me on TikTok, you need to head over there because I've been doing little dirty hairstyles, I guess I would call them. Like styles I would only do when my hair is not freshly done. And I think this is so cute, and my ends just so happen to be flipped like this. I didn't have to do any extra work. Don't ask me to bring him over here to TikTok, y'all, because it's too short, it's too quick. It literally took me 2 minutes to do this. I'm not gonna film a whole video on that, but make sure you follow me on TikTok because I'm doing a lot of short form hair content over there. So the number one thing, and this is all year round, not even just the winter time, but you need to stay with a routine. Whatever your routine is, try to stick with it. Don't do your hair every 2 weeks and then switch it to 1 week and then switch it back to 2 weeks. Your hair needs some sort of rhythm, some sort of cadence, okay? Consistency works best with almost everything, and your hair is not excluded from that. So the more consistent you can be with your hair, the better off you are. And I'll also add on to that with your routine. Please do as I say and not as I do, and don't try a bunch of new products at once. I know a lot of times y'all see me on here and I'll try a whole new system all at once in one wash day. Personally, if I was not doing this sort of content for you guys, I would not do that. I like to work in maybe a product at a time to see how my hair likes it and reacts to it, and then I'll slowly add in others. It's the same for my skincare, because honestly, how do you know if something works or not, or if your hair doesn't like it, if you are using all new products? Because if something doesn't turn out right, there's nothing that you can pinpoint to say, okay, my hair or my skin or whatever doesn't like that, So try to work in new products. Don't just add in a bunch all at once. The next thing is making sure your hair is very moisturized, especially in the fall and winter, especially if you live in a cooler climate or your weather just gets cooler than it normally is. So places like, Florida, South America, places like that, I feel like y'all weather doesn't really change that much. I know I can say this because I used to live in Georgia and I have relatives that live in Florida, and when you go down there, it's 60, 70 degrees still. It's still hot out. You good. But I'm saying if your temperatures drastically change, like here in Chicago, it could be -20 outside. No lie. Okay, so make sure that you're keeping your hair extra moisturized. So that means maybe doing some overnight oil treatments or a hot oil treatment before you wash your hair, and maybe not every time, but just more routine basis. Incorporating some thicker hair mask or treatments into your hair that really are infusing moisture into your hair. Really, really important. On that note of colder weather, you're gonna wanna make sure you're keeping your hair covered a little bit more than you typically would when you're outdoors. And this is if you're wearing your hair out. If you're wearing your hair up in braids, or it's put away in a sew-in or something like that, you don't really have to worry about it. But if your hair is exposed to elements, you're gonna wanna make sure you put it away. So when it's cooler outside and I have my hair out, because if you're new here, I wear my hair put up and away for most of the summer, and I really only wear my hair that's growing out of my scalp out in the fall and winter time. I will put a hat on, and I will make sure not only to cover the top of my head, but I pull my ends up into the hat. And that's for a couple of reasons. One, the weather is really cold, it's harsh, your hair can dry out from being exposed to super cold temperatures like that frequently. Especially here in Chicago, it's so windy, it's blowing your hair back and forth. It really don't make no sense to go outside without no hat on, honestly, in the fall and winter here, because the wind is blowing your hair so hard, by the time you get to where you're going, your hair is messed up. Don't be trying to hold on to dead ends because it makes your hair look longer. It actually just makes your hair look more unhealthy. And going into the fall and winter with it being cooler, that's just gonna accelerate the rate that your ends are splitting all the way up the hair shaft, okay? Clipping your ends regularly is essential to keeping your hair healthy, and also for your hair to be able to retain moisture. So if you don't clip your ends on a regular basis, you moisturizing your hair all the time is not gonna make no difference, because those dry ends are gonna suck up all the moisture and it's gonna be dry all over again. Don't neglect your hair, okay? I know a lot of people do vice versa of what I do, where instead of putting their hair up in the summertime, they will put their hair up in the wintertime. Regardless of what time of year you're putting your hair up, do not neglect it. So if you got that sew-in in, you have those braids in, whatever, please know that your hair, your scalp, it still needs care. So make sure you have a maintenance routine. If you're wearing braids and twists and things like that, I will have both of my guides for braids and twists linked down below. They're 100% free. You can use them, add them as PDFs on your phone, and keep track of like how you're taking care of your hair. But do not neglect your hair. Do not get too caught up in hair trends, like specific hairstyles and things like that, especially if you know they will not work for you. Okay, so one little style that's really trendy right now is these little styles that I'm wearing right now. It's like I don't know if you can really see. I'll put it in here somewhere, but it's like a half up, half down situation where it's knotted up. I don't use a lot of gel. I didn't use a lot of hairspray or anything to tie it back, but I only do a style like this maybe once a week, because y'all know I'm not really like, this is the most I've worn ponytails and I'm really shocked about it. So I limit myself to once a week, because I have to tell y'all, I am obsessed with these little half up, half down little dudes nowadays. But I see a lot of girls wearing them all the time, religiously, like every day, and I'm like, baby, we seen what happened to Ariana Grande when she was wearing them ponytails for years and years and years. Approach the trends and things like with caution. This is another item where it's not really specific to a certain time of year, but I'm always gonna make sure I get this in whenever I'm telling y'all do's and don'ts, and that's do not be going to bed without nothing on your head. I don't really like bonnets. I don't care for them. Y'all know they're not my favorite, but at the least you can put a bonnet on. And I've said it a million times, a silk pillowcase is not it. It's not all you like. That could be like an extra precaution, like if your scarf fall off. Like I have one on my pillow right now. That's if my scarf falls off. That's it. That's not my only form of protection for my hair. You need to be putting some sort of bonnet, a silk scarf. Something needs to be going on your hair to protect your hair and your ends. And again, because it's cooler outside for most of us, your hair is much more susceptible to breakage because it's being exposed to cooler temperatures, and it's a lot more fragile. So put your hair up every single night. I don't care if wash day is tomorrow, put it up. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope that was helpful for anybody who is new to my channel. If you're not new to my channel, you probably heard these tips a million times over, but I will never stop sharing them with you guys, because I feel like they are key things that have helped me keep my hair healthy-ish. Don't come at me talking about you can't be healthy with a relaxer. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.